Hey, this is MassX with a brand new Yu Yu Hakusho Slugfest video. We need to do a follow-up on our event character Kuwabara Sports Festival. Why? Because this character arguably could be called, in my testing, one of the best offensive support characters. And let me define that, and I'm going to show you why I am saying that right now. The character itself is solid, but it has a few skills that are turning out to be incredibly good for your attackers, especially your main attackers slash DPS, or even other support characters that do a lot of basic hits. Now, I'm not going to go completely through all the skills. I want to point out the ones that matter, and it's one of the reasons why I talked about getting 2-starred is very good. And why do I say that? Because this one in particular allows that companion to launch one basic attack, all non-damage buff effects trigger up to 6 times, yada yada yada. So you now are getting an extra basic attack there, but it doesn't just stop there. If he happens to be at Awaken 3, you have the availability of combo slash with, after performing a basic attack, follows up with one bonus basic attack. Does not stack though, but still, I think you're probably seeing where I'm going with this character, that basically it's going to increase the basic attacks of your characters, and if you're using characters that are prone to basic attack more often than not, you're just compounding everything. Now you take those extra basic attacks that you're getting, and now you throw in the restoration of skill points that's available at 2 stars. Now we start to see what's going on here, because at 2 stars, that 186 physical damage to an enemy that Kuwabara does, but it also restores 400 skill points for another companion with the lowest skill points. Going back to why I said I thought you got the most bang for your buck at 2 stars with this character, because you're getting the restoration of skill points, you're getting the extra basic attack. Now if you're lucky enough to get to 3 stars, now you're going to throw in some more basic attacks. But that's the key, and let me show you the results I've been finding. Here's a team that is not full of multiple characters with basic attacks, but Makuro does a lot of basic attacks. Sasuga can too. Now, this was the team before, standard team I use in a lot of bosses, and basically not bad at all, actually really good. You're looking at, 25 mil plus from Makuro, 35 mil plus from Yusuke, good stuff. Now, I pulled the Botan and put the new Kuwabara in. Now, as you look at this, you will see Makuro now jumps incredibly, because Makuro will do multiple basic attacks. Now, it's literally 5 times almost what it was before, and even Yusuke's went up a decent amount too, I think 2 times. I'll show you a different setup with a different boss. Now on this one, I didn't have Makuro in because I wanted to show that you really don't need to use characters that are going to hit more with their basic attacks. But even then, okay, I still standard. This is my older version of a team I would use on bosses. And again, not bad at all. Yusuke's clocking in at 35 mil. Let's go ahead and see what happens when we do the switch out. Yusuke didn't go up as high as he did in the prior one, almost double, but look at Ryzen, okay? 309, 549, okay? Remember that. He did 190 previously. So basically, he did more than 50% of what he did in this time was added on to this. Him clocking in now at that 309, 549, which is very solid. And again, Ryzen again will come in and do a fair amount of basic attacks, marrying on where he is on the field, which hopefully you're using him in the front, middle. That's the preferred spot for him. But I wanted to point this out because I didn't really realize the impact that this character would have. I assumed that he's a solid support character. It would be some nice buffs. He's going to be able to slowly ramp up, especially if characters die off. He's going to be able to protect them. But what's turning out to be the most winning thing about this character is all those things are great, but building him around a very basic attack centric team, he really can give them quite a boost. And all in all, he's turning out to be a very good character. Again, I don't call him game breaking like I thought Botan was, especially because really all you needed to have her at was 1 star. But he is no slouch as a solid, very well built characters. His skill set toolbox that he has available to him does so much because of those offensive pushes, what he can do to help protect your team. And those skill points really are turning out to be great too. So you're not only getting those basic attacks, but you're also being able to hopefully let off your ultimates on your other characters too, which also is of course going to increase the amount of damage. So I just wanted to put that out there. After doing some testing, I was traveling, as I mentioned previously, so I didn't have a lot of time until about 24 hours ago to really start to do a lot of testing, running them through multiple things, setting them up in some different teams in different areas of the game, from PvP to boss battles, etc. And he's definitely a solid character. I would recommend getting him, like I said before, because you don't know when these limited characters are going to come back. But again, on top of that, if you're lucky enough to get him to 2 stars, I think that's really the sweet spot. 3 stars is great, but 2 stars is where you get that main one with the extra skill points, the basic attack, etc. That will give you more than enough, and everything else is just gravy at that point. But just wanted to put that video out there so you guys know that I have been working with the character, what my thoughts are, and that he could be, again, I still want to do a lot more testing, one of the better offensive supporters because of not only his team protection at times, but what he can do mainly for your offensive characters. That's going to allow them to accentuate their strengths. And like I said before, you're going to want, a very strong attacker, of course, your DPS. But if you have around them some characters that do a lot of basic attacks, or can also build up their skill points quickly, then you're going to get massive results, because you're going to be able to double dip on the skill points. You're going to be able to get more basic attacks in, and as you saw, it does make a difference. And I didn't screenshot everything, but sometimes it was 5 times higher, sometimes it was just 2 times higher, sometimes it was 3. So again, it's going to make a difference on crit and all that. And I didn't once try to maximize the equipment or anything else. I literally left it with Botan team setup, as I showed you previously, and just dropped Kuwabara in and didn't change anything. So it probably can actually even be more manipulated to make it even better, with some better gems and some other things to really help out Kuwabara and his assistants. But that's it. Just wanted to put that out there so you guys were aware that the character is definitely a pickup. So with that, as always, please like and subscribe. It helps a lot. Have a great day.